Hello there. So nice to finally meet you. I'm Troy Simpkin, seasoned and esteemed WWE producer.
Hey, Troy. Nice to meet you, too.
We are so excited for your arrival in WWE. And by the way, I've heard how things are handled where you're coming from, and this is going to be a breath of fresh air. Nothing but professionalism on this side of the fence.
Don't believe everything you read online, but that's good to know. So, what's the plan?
We want your impending debut at the draft to stay top secret. So to keep all the internet sleuths guessing, management thought it would be a good idea for you to compete for another promotion one last time. So, where do you want to go?
I think a trip down to Mexico would throw people off. Can you get me a match in Lucha Magica?
Sure thing! Just don't get injured. And a win would be nice. We'd look like idiots if our big free agent lost before their debut.
Got it. I'll take care of business.
Oh, one more thing. Make sure you look good on draft night.
What are you getting at?
It's just that in the past, WWE superstars had to wear whatever we told them to for their non-ring attire. And as much as I miss those days, that's no longer how it works around here. It's a new era with fewer restrictions. So you can wear whatever you want.
So I can dress how I want to dress? I assumed that was the case, but thanks for confirming.
All right, we better wrap this up before any looky-loos start pulling out their phones. Safe travels, and we'll see you soon.
What a huge night we have on Raw with the start of the WWE Draft.
And it just got even bigger. It's the hottest free agent in wrestling.
Are the rumors true? Are they going to be the #1 pick? We'll find out soon enough. It's time to kick off the WWE Draft.
Thank you. But tonight is not about me. It's about launching this company in a new and exciting direction. And that all starts with the announcement of the top overall pick. So let's not wait any longer. With the first pick in the WWE Draft, SmackDown is honored to select the future of WWE.
There they are, the #1 pick in the WWE Draft, and wow, it's a good one.
Talk about making a splash. Nick Aldis got himself a generational talent.
We heard all the rumors, but seeing this play out now really lives up to the hype.
Good luck topping this, Raw.
Stand by, there's some kind of technical issue here.
Talk about ruining a moment.
What the heck?
Who was that?
Oh, where's security?
Can someone explain what just happened?
Okay, got it. The draft will continue after this break.
Thanks for taking the time to answer a couple questions before the draft. I know you just got here and must be getting pulled in 100 different directions, so I'll try to make this quick.
No problem. And it's Kathy, right? Good to meet you.
You too. Well, you've competed all over the world and most recently were a star for a rival company. What personality traits led to your success?
Simple. I'm not afraid of a fight. I pull no punches, and I won't back down. I guess you could say I'm the bold and brash type.
I think you'll fit in well around here. What can you say about the rumors that you'll be selected #1 overall tonight?
I don't have time for internet gossip. All that matters to me is what happens when the bell rings. But if I go #1, that just means there's a bigger target on my back. But I live for that sort of thing. So just bring it.
Well, I know you're busy, so I'll let you go for now. Thanks again, and good luck with the draft.
Good to see you.
Hey, boss.
You feeling okay? I know it's tough. New surroundings, big expectations, especially with everything lined up tonight.
I'm ready, but I'm actually a little disappointed it's just a draft and I don't get to punch someone in the face.
Hey, it's WWE. You never know. I've got to get going, but you should be proud of everything you've accomplished to get here. You've earned it. See you out there in a bit.
Hey, you all right?
I'm okay. I know we didn't cross paths too much at our former workplace, but it's good to see a friendly face here. Anyway, it's wrestling. On to the next thing, right?
Listen, I know management wants us to brush things like this under the rug, but I'm not sure it was a one-time event. Besides, how does some random person get access to the Tron?
That's what I said.
Look, if I were you, I'd keep your head on a swivel. I'm just speculating, but this could be the start of something bigger.
I agree. I'll be ready if and when something happens again.
Hey, you all right?
I'm okay. I know we didn't cross paths too much at our former workplace, but it's good to see a friendly face here. Anyway, it's wrestling. On to the next thing, right?
Listen, I know management wants us to brush things like this under the rug, but I'm not sure it was a one-time event. Besides, how does some random person get access to the Tron?
That's what I said.
Look, if I were you, I'd keep your head on a swivel. I'm just speculating, but this could be the start of something bigger.
I agree. I'll be ready if and when something happens again.
I can't believe my plan didn't work.
We both thought Mutiny actually cared about Troy. But like they said, I guess he's just a worthless twit.
Hey, I'm standing right here! And I'm just as shocked as you are that Mutiny didn't ride in on their white horses to save their prince. I wonder if I can get my old job back. Can either of you put in a word with Triple H?
We need to find something NXT actually cares about to lure them into a fight. Otherwise, they're going to keep dodging us.
What about their precious Unity Tag Team Championships? If kidnapping Troy didn't work, maybe we could title nap those.
You might be onto something there. But how are we going to find out where they're broadcasting from?
I could help with that. If you put in a good word for me.
Yeah, sure. What can you tell us?
I may have been on a group text that mentioned the undisclosed location of their shows. But first I'll need reassurances.
Troy, disclose it. Now.
Okay, fine.
Downing victory here tonight for the #1 pick.
I agree, Byron. That was pure domination.
The hell?
Not this again.
It's the same attacker from the draft.
Where's security? Come on. I guess she's taking matters into her own hands.
Good, I'm sick of this.
And this time, they're not getting away.
The masked assailant is regretting this now.
They might not be masked for much longer.
Is that Roxanne Perez from NXT?
Why was she doing this? We're going to go to commercial while we sort this out.
You have no idea.
You better start explaining real fast before I beat the truth out of you.
The new era has arrived.
I know you like attention, but why did you target me? Jealous that I was the #1 pick and you weren't even drafted?
It's not always about you. It's about us, them, all of them.
How'd you mess with the Tron? Is there someone helping you out?
Make the right choices and maybe you'll find out someday.
I think I've had about enough. We'll settle this when you face me in a match next week. Now get this attention-seeking nobody out of here!
This is more than a win. The #1 draft pick can now move on and focus on bigger goals. Good riddance to Roxanne Perez and whatever this was all about. Now what? Is that Charlie Dempsey? What the hell is going on?
That's certainly Gigi Dolan.
Nikita Lyons from behind. What is happening?
And now Roxanne Perez is recovered and is joining NXT's Nikita Lyons. Clearly Perez wasn't acting alone in all this.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a common theme here, guys. We gotta get some help out here. This is a full-on invasion.
And the invaders are all from NXT.
We need help back there, right now.
Nick Aldis is trying to intervene.
Trick Williams with a chair. And Aldis goes down too.
The NXT Unity Tag Champions have taken out CM Punk.
And Charlotte gets nailed too. This is insane.
Please, somebody, anybody, do something.
We are under siege. It's Bayley and Kevin Owens. Finally.
You can't just come in here and do this without repercussions.
What the?
Bayley and KO part of this? Are you serious?
What are we witnessing?
If you couldn't tell, this is a mutiny. Current and former members of NXT have united under one cause. We will no longer stand by and be treated like third-class citizens.
Members of the board, do we have your attention?
We will not stop until NXT is the one and only brand left standing in WWE.
I'm just about speechless.
We've just witnessed pure anarchy.
It was a mutiny, Saxton. Bayley said it herself. Unbelievable.
Well, it's over for tonight at least.
Who really knows at this point?
I might be out for a bit after what they did to me. But the second I'm back, I need revenge on the NXT Unity Champions and every single person involved.
I'm with you.
Good. But don't forget I warned both of you that this would happen, and no one listened.
I was wrong. I know. But this isn't the time to point fingers.
Yeah, it's the time to start listening to me. No one around here can be trusted. No one. This could go all the way to the top. Who created NXT and would stand to benefit from all this? Yeah. Chew on that for a minute.
Look, I've already spoken to Adam Pearce, and we're going to work together to fight back against this NXT mutiny. Raw and SmackDown are a united front. But we need a leader. I drafted you #1 for a reason. I know you can step up to lead the charge.
After what they did to me, I don't need convincing. But what are we getting ourselves into? You heard what Punk just said. About Triple H?
As usual, Punk's way out of line with that comment. I've been working side by side with Triple H the past few weeks to figure out what's been going on. There's no way he has anything to do with this.
I don't know what to believe at this point. I do know Punk was right about being careful who we trust, though.
I know. It seems like Bayley and KO have convinced most of NXT to join them along with some other big names from our side. And we have to assume that any other NXT alumni from Raw and SmackDown might be one of them.
And it sounds like we need to find someone from outside of WWE who can step in and join the fight against NXT.
You got someone in mind?
I do. I know just the person to turn the tide. They're from the Indies.
Okay. But how does that prove they're not secretly working with NXT? How do you know we can trust them?
We grew up together. When you know someone for that long, there's a trust that's been built up for years.
All right, sold. After you get them on board, let's talk next steps. And don't wait too long. We need to move fast before this NXT mutiny strikes again.
Wow. You came all the way here to an indie show to see me? Must really be desperate for help against NXT.
Isn't fighting a rebellious mutiny exactly what lifelong best friends are for?
I thought they were more for exchanging birthday cards and the occasional random text. But maybe we could branch out.
Not to mention the fact Mutiny keeps adding top names, so I can't really trust many people in WWE right now.
So you're saying I was your only option? I see how it is.
Best and only option. So what do you think? Will you do it?
I'm sick of getting stiffed by some of these indie promoters. So as long as I get paid, I'm in.
Great. We need to get started right away.
Okay, just hang on a minute. I do have one more match obligation to fulfill here tonight. Then we'll get started.
We are gonna kick some mutiny ass!
Haven't changed a bit. So this is how #1 draft picks live, huh? Nice.
The tour bus is nice, but more importantly, it's private. We need the space to talk strategy, since who knows who might be listening backstage and feeding information to NXT.
Good point. What about the GMs, though? Can we at least trust them? Adam Pearce was messaging me the other day.
Yeah, Pierce and Aldis are vetted, and they've given us full authority to counter the NXT mutiny movement. CM Punk will be helping us too once he's healthy. But for now, it's just us, so we need to figure out our first move.
Whenever I was in a tough situation like this on the Indies, I learned the best path forward is to focus on doing what I do best. Which, in my case, is being bold and brash.
Well, since you just basically dropped everything to come in here and help me, it's only fair you take the lead on this. What do you think we should do?
We need to hit them harder than they hit us. Punch them right in the mouth so they know who they're messing with. They showed up here and caused chaos? Okay, we go to NXT and do the same thing, but worse.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Let's do it. You ready?
We're gonna punch them right in the mouth.
Let's do this. What the hell?
Well, hello there. Have a good flight down. We were expecting you.
We were not expecting you.
For the uninitiated here, I'm Troy Simkin, former WWE producer, now NXT Mutiny's top producer. We knew you'd be coming and we outsmarted you. NXT is clearly not broadcasting here tonight, and instead has moved to a secret, undisclosed location.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm afraid not. Man, you should see the looks on your faces.
Can I strangle him? I want to strangle him.
I'm just the messenger.
Well, we came all the way here. We're not going to leave empty-handed.
I think I see where this is going.
Yeah, we're taking Troy with us. He clearly knows more than he's letting on, and we could use him as a bargaining chip.
You're calling the shots.
This really isn't necessary. I'm just a producer. I'm clueless.
We know. You're coming with us.
Please be gentle.
NXT Mutiny, you one-upped us. Well played, moving the location of your show. But if you think you outsmarted us, think again. See, I've brought in someone to help even the sides, and he had a brilliant idea.
That's right. We have borrowed your top producer, Troy Simpkin. Say hello, Troy.
Hello? Help, please?
That's enough. So NXT Mutiny, if you want Troy back, show up to SmackDown and fight us. I have my debut match later tonight, and your buddy Troy will be out there at ringside.
And unlike you, we're not going to run and hide. We're going to be exactly where we say we are.
See you soon.
Please show up.
Another successful Unity title defense for Alexis King and JC Jane.
Hang on, we have some visitors from the Raw and SmackDown side.
How'd they find out where we are? Did you tell them, Saxton?
It wasn't me, but they're taking the fight to the champions.
Good. It's about time. Setting up for something here.
Alexis King takes a vicious buckle suplex.
And JC's nailed with a stun gun.
The champs are down.
Where are they headed now?
They're grabbing the Unity titles.
I think they're leaving with them.
And the champs can't do anything about it.
They've come in here and stolen the NXT Unity Tag Team Championships. I love it.
Score one for Raw and SmackDown.
I saw what you did by invading NXT's secret location and acquiring their Unity championships. Bold move.
Thanks. I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny. We've known each other since we were kids.
I know all about you. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, I've decided to remain neutral on this whole issue with NXT. I'm too close to it. So this isn't our fight. And besides, when it comes to competition, it's not just a catchphrase. It really is what's best for business.
We understand your stance, but we don't have to agree with it. We're going to do everything we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
Locking up here. Oh, poke to the eyes.
That seems to have really gotten him. He could have an eye injury.
Nonetheless, the match continues.
JC eats a clothesline.
But Lexus King with the belt shot.
And the referee never saw it.
The champions are going to retain.
Wait, foot on the ropes.
Is that the producer who was wrapped up in all this?
I think so. Seems like he's working against NXT Mutiny now.
Hold on. Spear on JC Jane.
Looks like his eye's okay.
Or at least okay enough.
Setting up for some kind of double team move.
And down onto JC Jane with the cover.
That'll do it. We officially have new Unity Tag Team Champions.
We just witnessed amazing teamwork from these two, and it paid off with not only a title win, but a major victory in the war against Mutiny.
And don't forget the assist from Troy, the producer.
Mutiny shocked the world with their invasion a couple weeks ago, but now, taking their Unity tag titles that they held in such high regard is a shot across NXT's bow.
I have a feeling this is only the beginning between these two.
Welcome back, Punk.
Looks like I missed out on all the fun. That was impressive how you used that goofball Troy to find where Mutiny was hiding and then win their Unity titles. Well done.
I guess Troy's show of loyalty in our match was enough to get his job back.
And we discouraged Mutiny from trying to hide from us. They said from now on, they'll be back at the Performance Center.
I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldous and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it?
Yeah, it is convenient. I can't believe he's still staying neutral. Makes you wonder if there's something else going on there.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any Mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk?
I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?
Ah, the hero of the moment. It's about damn time.
Not quite the warm and fuzzy greeting I was expecting as your #1 draft pick. What's going on?
After you and your partner struck the first blow against Mutiny by taking the Unity titles from them, I was hoping for more of the same here on SmackDown.
And that's what you're gonna get. We were all on the same page. What's with the attitude?
You haven't heard? We've lost the WWE Championship.
Cody lost the belt? How the hell did I miss that?
He didn't lose the title in a match. Mutiny stole it. Io Sky made off with one of our most prestigious championships in the midst of their most vicious attack yet.
If I'd have been there, I'd have stopped them.
Well, you weren't. And to make matters worse, Triple H is saying his hands are tied. So I've got a board who won't act, Cody in the hospital, a locker room in disarray, and no idea how we're gonna get the undisputed WWE title back.
I'll go take it from them. Mutiny is trying to wreck WWE's legacy one piece at a time. I'm not gonna let them get away with that.
You can't just waltz into the Performance Center and look for it. I have it on good authority that Io has taken the championship to Japan. So are you ready to fly halfway around the world on what could be a wild goose chase?
Hell yeah. Nothing like a 16-hour flight to enjoy some quiet time before I bring the chaos and take down Mutiny.
Okay, good luck. We'll be counting on you.
Weren't you on SmackDown, like, last night?
Glad you're a fan, Paragon.
Well, I was mostly watching to see my favorite superstar, LA Knight. I love that guy. Just something about him reminds me of myself. But anyway, I'm guessing you're here in hot pursuit of a missing championship?
Could be. You have some intel?
Maybe. Can you get me LA Knight's autograph?
Sure.
Okay, great. Well, Io Sky showed up here last night with that title, and she wiped me out.
She beat you?
Like a drum. But then that wrestler Chosen from PWJ rolled up and put a whooping on the both of us.
Wait, Chosen beat up you and Io Sky?
What, beat us up? Hell no. He cleaned us out in a card game. Dude even took the WWE belt off of Io on the river.
Wait, now you were on a river?
It's a poker term. That's not important. Chosen won the belt, and then he and La Congrejita Loca went off to celebrate.
La Congrejita Loca from Lucha Magica? How did she get involved in this?
Locker room romances are a weird thing. If you want to get the story from the horse's mouth, Chosen was out in the arena parading around with the belt like he beat LA Knight for it. That would never happen. Guy is unstoppable.
I'm going to go have a talk with Chosen.
I think that means you're gonna jump him. You know, I'm supposed to team with him tonight.
Find yourself another partner.
You got LA Knight's number?
You can keep your so-called undisputed title. I knew it the second I held it. That is a bootleg replica belt.
Of course it is. Io didn't tell you. She took the real belt with her. I didn't see any harm in using the fake one I took from that egomaniac Chosen to sell at Arena Estatal. He is cute, though. And obsessed with me. Maybe Chosen's not so bad. What do you think?
I don't give a damn. Look, where did Io take the real WWE Championship?
The WWE Archives.
The WWE Archives?
You are Mutiny, see?
See, I'm Mutiny through and through. Just trying to keep it on the down low so I can really stick it to WWE when they least expect it.
Then you know Mutiny's taking the belt there to destroy it with everything else at the Archives.
Everything?
When your friends erase the history of WWE forever, it will be a blow they will never recover from. You must be so disappointed to be missing the fun tonight.
I think I'll be there right on time.
Recover from that.
2. New champ. A new era.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. You told me so. Any doubts I harbored about you and your partner have been assuaged and eliminated. Any other crow I should eat?
I feel like that was 2 buffet helpings at least. It did turn out to be a wild goose chase after all.
But you caught the goose and saved the legacy of this championship.
It's about time Mutiny got a taste of their own medicine.
I suppose my only small bone to pick is your theft of Stone Cold Steve Austin's truck for your entrance tonight.
I didn't steal it. I borrowed it. And I don't regret it either, because that entrance, that was badass.
I suppose the only thing I can say is...
Oh, hell yeah!
I am pretty sure this is the worst jet lag I've ever had.
That's because you've been around the world in 80 hours.
Seriously, that was a globe-trotting adventure. It's wild that after all that, you won the title back on SmackDown.
I like hearing that. You won the title. I should definitely be listed in the undisputed WWE Championship lineage.
You're every bit as legitimate as Cody.
Hey, we're all on the same team now.
I know. Old rivalries are set aside while we all stand together against our common enemy.
So inspiring. We should hum a patriotic song while you talk.
We're not close enough for you to give me crap, kiddo. Besides, I am pretty damn inspirational.
The voice of the...
That is my line, and you cannot afford the royalties.
You'd be surprised.
We should talk about what's next. I spoke to the GMs, and you're going to defend your Unity titles at WWE Payback.
Mutiny maneuvered their way into a title match?
No, you'll actually be facing Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins.
Might be nice to take a break from battling Mutiny.
Exactly. And since you're facing a team from our side, there's no chance of the titles going back to NXT.
We don't plan on losing either way.
Even though they're not directly involved in the match, I still think Mutiny might try to interfere. And since we all know that Hunter and the board won't do anything about it, I'll be in your corner to watch your backs. Deal?
Sounds good to me.
Amidst all this NXT mutiny chaos, there's one thing that's been catching our eye. Piquing our interest, if you will.
Don't get us wrong. We are Team WWE all the way. We support anyone who's fighting the good fight. But two of our teammates have something we want. The Unity Tag Team Championships. And now, we've been given the opportunity.
And who better to hold the Unity titles than an actual wedded couple? That's real unity. Unlike the current champions whose bond is that they grew up together. I grew up with a lot of weirdos. Doesn't mean they'd make a good tag team partner.
But don't worry, after we relieve you of your titles, all will be well in the world. You can get back to focusing on Mutiny, and everyone can rest easy that the Unity titles are still safe and sound with Team WWE.
One last thing. CM Punk, we hear you're gonna be in the champ's corner. We don't need anyone in ours, since we have each other.
But don't try any funny business out there, okay? Or we'll send you right back to the hospital.
Keep those belts nice and warm, champs. We're coming for you.
Opponent lying face first, and now locking in a modified camel clutch submission. Seth Rollins got him, and the tap.
That was a big win. And having you out there must have scared Mutiny off, Punk.
Yeah, thanks for the backup.
No problem, but I do have some bad news. Mutiny didn't hit us in the ring because they were busy poaching our roster. I just found out that Shinsuke Nakamura, Shayna Baszler, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa all jumped ship.
Damn.
It's definitely a blow, especially since we don't seem to be getting anyone from their side to join us. Just when we thought things were going well, right?
We've been here before.
We have?
Yeah. This reminds me of when we first became friends. We dominated the neighborhood kids in just about every game there was. Tag, hide and seek, kickball, you name it. Until the Andersons moved in. 5 kids, all super athletic beyond their years. They took over. But you didn't get discouraged. And before you know it, we were beating the Andersons' strong and agile butts.
And the Andersons are Mutiny in this analogy?
Yes. It's why I knew you were the right person to come in to help us take them down.
You're right. We can't let this stop our momentum.
I hate to interrupt here, but we need to figure out what's next. How are we going to counter Mutiny getting stronger?
Sorry, we got a bit off track. Which brand should we focus on? Keep in mind, if I go to SmackDown, I only have live event matches lined up. I'd question your strategy with all this Mutiny title stuff, but I kind of feel like you're making it up as you go along.
You ever known me to do anything different?
I know you also didn't have a plan when you decided to climb Old Man Thompson's tree and we had to call the fire department to carry you down. Not a great look.
Oh, sure. Bring up my childhood trauma.
Hopefully you're triggered enough that you actually give some thought to what you're doing.
That was a long time ago. I've refined my improvisational technique.
Beating everyone up is only a technique until you lose a fight.
We got ourselves a real simple solution then.
Yeah, you just have to keep winning. Here's the thing. Doesn't this all seem a little easy? Mutiny could have jumped you, but they didn't. Not to mention this whole mystery chamber twist. Something's up.
Trust me, if they have something planned, I'll be ready for it. The price is worth the cost. We got the Unity belts. I take this new title off the table, Mutiny doesn't have much left after that.
Your mind's made up, so this is a losing argument. Good luck down there.
Sleeper hold cinched in deep.
Fading. He has nowhere to go. Tap, he taps. No daylight.
Not holding back now.
This is the kind of intensity he wants to bring all night.
Ooh, cover. Is it enough? The Elimination Chamber always makes it. Double leg takedown, could be looking for a submission here. Can they step through? Yes. Out of the pod and into the action. Here's Brooks Jensen. It's hooked in deep. We have a tap out.
Only half.
Cinch it in. Yes. Sharpshooter applies. The more he fights, the more pain he's in.
But he can't stop.
He gives in and taps out.
Here we go. Just two supers trying to step through, and the sharpshooter is applied. He is struggling to find.
He survived the gauntlet. He survived this Mutiny Mystery Chamber, and now he's not only one after the Unity Champions, but the very first NXT Mutiny Champion.
Mutiny's leadership cannot be happy.
I don't like to compliment Mutiny, but that is one nice-looking championship.
Guys, what's the new champ doing? Is that a sledgehammer?
This might be a short-lived run for that championship.
I think you're right, Cole.
He's destroying the brand-new NXT Mutiny title.
Not only that, but he's sending a strong and clear message, Cole.
Look at that. All the work that went into it, destroyed by the very first champion. You'll love to see it.
If you're on Team WWE, and I am, maybe this is a sign of things to come. Maybe we are one step closer to the destruction of Mutiny.
We can only hope.
Wow, what a statement. What an incredible victory for WWE. First, you basically steal the Unity Championships. Now you destroy our first ever NXT Mutiny Championship belt that we didn't even give a damn about in the first place. That's right. You never wondered why we didn't come out and stop you from wrecking our title? Or why we even gave you the opportunity to win it in the first place? Or why when those mystery pods opened, that it wasn't some big WWE superstars who had jumped to Mutiny? It's because you played right into our plan. Not only did you spend 2 weeks spiking our ratings, you wore yourself out, showing us exactly who the weakest links in Mutiny's chain were. And now, we've cut them out. So thank you. You managed to make Mutiny that much stronger. Maybe next time, think twice before you barge in here with a head full of steam and no real plan. Or better yet, don't think twice. Seems to work out better for us that way.
That's the way you make an impression. Bust in through the front door and make them choke on their own egos.
I appreciate it, but the way KO spun things didn't make it feel like a win.
Come on. You walked into their house, beat half their roster, and turned their fancy title belt into shrapnel. Kevin Owens was just spinning.
She's right. If I had to guess, they didn't expect you to go rampaging through like a bulldozer. KO made all that up to save face.
They could have jumped me at any time, but they didn't. They put a bunch of scrubs into the chamber match. Hell, Psycho Sally came out to the parking lot to offer me some cake. Makes me wonder.
If they created a title because they knew you couldn't resist going down there to win it, sacrificed a bunch of their own guys just to see if they could hang with you, then baked you a cake? That seems a little egocentric.
Well, when you put it like that.
Hold that thought. My phone's blowing up with some big announcement that Triple H just posted on social media. Let's watch it.
For the past 2 months, the WWE board has kept a close eye on the movement known as NXT Mutiny. As previously stated, we've taken a stance of neutrality. Our position has not changed, but I'm here to announce there will be a clear and definitive end to this conflict at Survivor Series. It will be Raw and SmackDown on one side, NXT Mutiny on the other, squaring off in a best-of-3 series of matches to determine the fate of WWE. If Raw and SmackDown win, they can return things to normal and decide to punish NXT Mutiny for their uprising. If NXT Mutiny wins, WWE might look a whole lot different. There may not even be a Raw or SmackDown anymore. We are prepared for any outcome because this truly is a new era of equal opportunity. I have one more announcement. Before Survivor Series at NXT No Mercy, there will be a special preview match for the Unity Tag Team Championships. On one side, it will be the current champs, and on the other, the former champions from NXT, Jacy Jayne and Alexis King. So Raw, SmackDown, NXT Mutiny, when it comes to Survivor Series with the future of WWE at stake, are you ready? I said, are you?
I'm so sorry for interrupting Triple H's big announcement, but I have my own to make. It's not going to be Jacy Jayne competing in the Unity title match, because we're initiating Freebird rules, and I'll be stepping in to make sure we take back what's ours. In fact, taking back the Unity titles is just the first step in taking back all of WWE and getting rid of the dead weight known as SmackDown and Raw. See you soon, dummies.
Are you serious? You know, it's one thing for Hunter to stay neutral, but now he's giving Mutiny a legit opportunity to take control of WWE? This guy's playing favorites. Hell, he might even be one of them.
Who knows at this point?
Fine. If Mutiny is doing Freebird rules for the preview tag match, then so can we. I want in.
You sure that's the right move?
I never got revenge for getting put on the shelf by the Unity champs. This way, I'll get my hands on Alexis King and the traitor who sent them after me.
Okay, you could take my place in the match, but I'll be out there in your corner to watch your backs.
Deal.
All that matters is we defend the titles. We're gonna need all the momentum we can get as we head toward Survivor Series.
Agreed. So let's not lose.
You ready for this, punk?
I've been waiting for this since the moment all this Mutiny stuff started. So yeah, I'm more than ready.
Not gonna lie, I'm jealous you two are going to get your hands on Bayley. Oh, I was looking forward to hitting her with our whirlwind splash.
At least you'll get to see Punk and I nail her with it from ringside.
I guess that'll do.
Let's stay alert out there. We're heading into enemy territory. Knowing Mutiny, anything can and probably will happen.
Got it.
All right, let's go put some idiots in their places.
Irish whip from Punk on Bayley.
And Punk follows it up with the knee. And he nails the Bulldog. Vintage CM Punk. This looks like it could be all over.
And there's the tag. We've seen the defending champs win matches with the whirlwind splash, and now it's CM Punk's turn.
Wait, what?
Did that just happen?
I can't believe this. CM Punk has sided with Mutiny? This can't be happening right now.
It's over. We have new Unity Tag Team Champions, all thanks to the shocking turn of one CM Punk.
And now CM Punk is directing Mutiny to attack the former champions. Punk was friends with these two. They trusted him. This is sick.
Honestly, with Punk's track record, we should have seen this coming.
We thought he was one of the leaders of WWE.
I don't get it.
You're not the only one.
We could be witnessing the beginning of the end for WWE as we know it.
I hate to agree, Corey, but with CM Punk on their side, Mutiny now has all the momentum leading into the most important Survivor Series ever.
We are headed for dark times.
I've never been one to run from controversy. In fact, some people think wherever I go, I'm the source of it. So let's talk about why I'm here and how it happened. Buckle up. This story begins before I ever returned to WWE. Raw was in Chicago and my old friend Bailey invited me to stop by. Before I was asked to leave, Bailey and I reminisced about her time in NXT, which gave me an idea. If I was going to sign another WWE contract, sure, I wanted to main event WrestleMania, but that wasn't enough. I wanted to create real, permanent change, a legacy. After I signed, I went to the PC and met the men and women there. They had all the talent in the world, but once they left NXT, they were at the mercy of the corporate overlords who didn't give a damn about their stories, their abilities, or what they had done to get to that point. Year after year, NXT would build stars only to have them stolen by the so-called main roster and then tossed aside. If NXT management wasn't going to do anything about it, I was. NXT was the voiceless who needed my voice. With Bailey on board, we recruited Kevin Owens and the NXT roster and we started a movement. Powerful and permanent change. A legacy. And now with Triple H and the board's blessing, thanks, Paul! We not only have a seat at the table, but the chance to smash that table to pieces. It wasn't easy getting to this point. Friendships broken. Lies were told. Sacrifices had to be made. The night of the big invasion, I had to listen to the start of my own revolution as I lay on the concrete floor pretending to be a victim. All I could do was smile on the inside, knowing that my mutiny had begun. As that mutiny unfolded, I even had most of the locker room and the WWE Universe thinking Triple H was on our side. Crazy, right? Or is it? Unfortunately, for the plan to work, I couldn't be upfront with certain individuals. Namely, the now former Unity champions. I sent you on a fool's errand to run yourself ragged going after a made-up NXT Mutiny title that we didn't give a damn about. Oops. Sorry about that. I had you chase Io Sky all over the world just to have you end up destroying the WWE archives worse than Mutiny would have. At least you got some frequent flyer miles. You two grew up together, right? Maybe just quit WWE now and go back to whatever hellhole town you're from. Find your safe space, because it's not here. Maybe someday you'll understand why I did what I did. But for now, just know that it was for the greater good. When Mutiny reaches its endgame, I will leave WWE not only better, but entirely different than it was when I arrived. And that's a change that was long overdue. So anyone else out there who's on the fence, I implore you to do what's right and get on board the NXT Mutiny Revolution now. Because after Survivor Series, you do not want to be on the wrong side of history.
I wanted to get the four of us together after everything that happened with Punk. How are you two holding up?
Not great. Definitely didn't see that one coming.
No one did. Punk had us all doubting Triple H. Turns out he was just trying to divert attention away from himself the entire time.
Ugh. I haven't felt like this since the year we both moved away from our hometown.
It was really tough at first. You spend every day with someone and then all of a sudden they're gone.
But ultimately, you must have figured out how to stay friends despite the distance, right?
Yeah, it was hard and took a long time. But we realized even though we didn't see each other, we still had each other's backs.
Well, I don't think we have a lot of time, unfortunately. But maybe you can use that experience. You don't need Punk. You never did. You have each other.
I guess you're right. But even though we have each other, we still need help if we're going to defeat Mutiny at Survivor Series.
I know you couldn't trust anyone in the locker room before, but now you don't really have a choice. And besides, in the time since Mutiny formed, certain individuals have proven their loyalty to our side. We should start there.
Keep in mind, these superstars will compete for us in the best-of-3 series. Everything is at stake, including our livelihoods and the future of WWE. So choose carefully.
Which brand do you want to go recruit first?
I'll start on SmackDown talking to superstars from the women's division.
Okay. You have our full support.